10 grand. You know, there was a time you could buy a lot of cars under 10 grand. That is not the case anymore.
I disagree with Doug DeMuro on this one. I will give you an actual list of best cars under $10,000 that are very cool and in many ways life-changing. And by the end of this video, I will prove that Doug DeMuro is wrong with his best car picks for under $10,000. Let's go. Now, before we dive right into it, I want to be very clear. I have immense respect and admiration for the guy. I think Doug DeMuro is one of the most knowledgeable car guys out there. He's one of the OG car YouTubers, and now he has influence beyond YouTube. He built this amazing platform and community, Cars and Bids, where all these car people come together, and it's just a wonderful place to buy and sell cars, which I have done multiple times myself. I just think with this particular list of cars that he chose under $10,000, he didn't do a very good job. I normally look forward specifically to his Sunday uploads compared to his normal car reviews because he shares a lot of his opinions on car market or specific cars. He also shares his personal experiences with his personal cars. It's always entertaining, and I love learning more of his personal side when it comes to his content rather than just watching his car reviews, normal car reviews that he is known for. So this past Sunday, his latest Sunday upload, which literally happened yesterday at the time I'm recording this video, he made this video with a list of best cars under $10,000. And I simply disagree. In fact, I disagree so much, I decided to react to his latest Sunday upload with this video. Now, for you watching, you might ask, what credentials or authority do I have to disagree with Doug and his picks? And that would be a fair question. I personally hacked over 160 different cars, meaning I owned these cars, enjoyed them, drove them around, and by the time I was done and sold them, in many cases, not only I got all of my money back that I were into these cars, but also made money on top of it. I love owning cool cars for free. And in fact, I am documenting currently here on YouTube my journey to get to my childhood dream car with only $3,000 initial budget. And so far I bought 20 cars within this budget, and 19 of them are $10,000 or less currently, or way less than $10,000. So all that is to say that I know something about cars within this budget, all right? So now let's get into it. Okay, Doug starts his list with the 4th generation Camaro, Chevy Camaro, and no one ever, under any circumstances, should put this car in any best car list simply because no one liked the 4th generation Camaro. It sucked, and Doug DeMuro himself admits it.
First car that came to mind, or I found, the 4th gen Chevy Camaro Z28. I can't believe how cheap these things are. Man, this is cheap speed. These cars were always cheap speed, and they remain cheap speed. Nobody likes the 4th gen. The 4th gen was the weird looking one that was like pointy and came up in the back. I think it's just...
Why exactly he chose this car? I have no idea. Therefore, instead, the car that should replace the 4th generation Camaro is the 5th generation Camaro. I don't know why he didn't choose the 5th generation, because that car came back at its full glory. Everyone loved it. It was so popular, and you still see them everywhere. They're incredible. They look great. Their performance is on the level that is attainable, especially for $10,000. And not only you can buy the base version of the Camaro, which still looks great and performs way better than the 4th generation Camaro, but also you can buy the SS trim with the V8s. It is very much possible. Also, while we're here, we can add its competitor, specifically the S197 Mustang. Ford Mustangs from this era, 197 probably commercial, the most successful generation of Ford Mustang. These cars are amazing, and you can buy them all day between $5,000 and $10,000 in really good shape, and they made them for 11 model years, I believe, or 9 or something, from 2005 through 2014. You can buy the V6 version, you can buy the GT V8, all for $10,000 or less, and I think these two cars are way better pick than the 4th generation Camaro. And while we're here with American cars, I would like to add another car to this category, which is the 2nd generation Cadillac CTS sedan You can find these cars for under $10,000 for sure, in really good shape, under 100,000 miles pretty easily. I personally own 3 of them. I absolutely love the CTS from this era, and one of my ultimate dream cars obviously would be the wagon, the CTS V wagon, maybe when I become a dad or something. But any of these cars are way better than the 4th generation Camaro that Doug picked. Next on his list is the Bageye/Hawkeye era of the Subaru WRX. I mean, these are pretty cool cars, but would they make the list of best cars under $10,000? Don't think so. I think instead you should consider the 1st generation Lexus IS, the IS 300. And then they came in 2 body styles. There's a sedan and there's a hatchback version of it, which is extremely rare but so cool. And you can still find them under $10,000 with lower miles. I personally sold the Sport Cross, the hatchback version of the IS 300 last year on Cars and Bids for less than $10,000, and it had less than 90,000 miles on it, which is incredible. Yes, they are extremely rare, hard to find, but still possible. And then I would add the 2nd generation IS, not the 250, but the 350 with bigger engine, more horsepower, and they're gonna be a lot more reliable than any WRX of that era with their head gasket issues, just terrible. So even if you get IS 350 with higher miles, under $10,000, it's still gonna be a lot more reliable, give you more peace of mind and performance than going the Subaru WRX route. Okay, now for the 3rd pick for best cars under $10,000, Doug chooses the car that actually made me to create this video, and it is indeed absurd, and he admits it.
The Mazda RX-8. Huge caveat, they are unreliable.
It would be cheaper, cooler, more effective, and more reliable to basically own any British cars than it is to own the Mazda RX-8, even though British cars are not very much known for reliability. I've known a guy who bought the RX-8 as a student for like $3,000, and then he ended up spending over $7,000 in just the year of owning it. It was absolute nightmare, and that's how I learned to stay away from the Mazda RX-8 without really owning it, and I'm super grateful for this guy. Poor guy though. So instead, if we are going this risky route, Mr. DeMuro, why wouldn't we choose British cars? I love British cars. I think the drama around the reliability of British cars are vastly overrated. They're not that bad, and I own multiple British cars. I'm about to give you the list of the best cars, meaning the more reliable, the most reliable British cars that I personally own. And I think under $10,000 you can get so much car for its presence and performance and not have that many issues as people claim you might have.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with the all aluminum XJ8, the Jaguar XJ8 that really changed the world at a time. I owned one in gorgeous British green metallic. I actually documented the whole journey from finding the car in pretty rough shape, mostly cosmetic, and then putting it back on the road. It was incredible journey owning it. And I made several videos actually, so I'm gonna put the few videos that I made on the XJ8 and my experience repairing and owning it, and I share all of it all in this series, so the link to it in the description. The second car that I would recommend among British cars to replace the RX-8 that Doug picked is the 2nd generation Jaguar XK, the X150 as it's known internally. These are incredible cars. I actually own 2 of them. I like them so much, and one of them I picked it up within this trade up journey called 3K to Exotic that I mentioned earlier. So I picked it up for a pretty little amount of money, and it has so much presence on the road, great performance, I believe over 300 horsepower, with the most reliable 4.2 liter V8 the Jaguar ever built. Those are bulletproof engines, and I experienced many of them owning these British cars. So I own 2 of them, like I said, and go check out the 3K to Exotic series after watching this video. The 3rd British car that I would recommend is the L322 Range Rover generation, the best Range Rover generation. Funny enough, Doug DeMuro himself owned one of those. I don't know why he didn't mention it. If you buy one with the 4.2 again V8, the supercharged version, it is incredible. I owned 2 of them again, and there is a BMW engine version of it called HSE. Those cars you might want to stay away from, but the supercharged version, again with the 4.2, is absolutely bulletproof. I had so much fun owning it, and again, you can pick it up for way below $10,000 currently and enjoy all of it. Get a lot of compliments, whether you're on the road or off-road. Incredible car. And here's a crazy one for a British car. The SZ generation of a Rolls-Royce, Silver Spirit, Silver Spur, and Bentley Mulsanne. It's basically the same car, identical, just branded as a Bentley and Rolls-Royce, because Rolls-Royce used to own Bentley, and I own the Bentley version of it. It is extremely rare, the Bentley version of it. And again, I documented the whole journey from picking it up to not even restoring it because it was in pretty acceptable shape, to selling it really. And my whole experience of owning it for almost 7 months, I kind of miss it. At this point, I sold the car, and again, I'm gonna put the link to it in the description to the Bentley series. Go check it out, and you will be reassured how accessible the parts are, how cheap it is to maintain, and how surprisingly reliable all these British cars that I just mentioned are. So don't go for the RX-8, but go for British cars. Okay, the next car that Mr. DeMuro picked is the W126 Mercedes in every body style possible, and I agree with him. Those are very cool, very stately, very reliable and luxurious cars. All I want to do in this one, add 2 more cars from Mercedes and the BMW. From Mercedes, I would add W219, the first generation CLS, the car that started the coupe craze trend, the 4-door coupe craze. I think they're incredible, very influential cars of the time, and they're extremely reliable actually. I own 2 of them, believe it or not, and I made a separate video with the car, with 2 of them actually, and I kind of miss it. I think they're incredible cars for way below $10,000, a lot more modern than the W126, and I think for next car hacking project, you should try it. And also from BMW, I will add the F10 5 Series BMW, specifically the 2011 with inline 6. Those are a lot more reliable than the 4-cylinder turbo that unfortunately starting 2012 and later they put into them. Not very much reliable, but the inline 6, the way it looks, I think it's still the best looking modern BMW. That should be also your next car hacking project if you don't want to go the Mercedes route. Then on Doug's list is the quirky, weird JDM cars. They are kind of cool, but maybe only appear cool to weirdos, I guess.
I'm talking about fire trucks. I'm talking about Toyota, like Toyota Land Cruiser fire trucks. I'm talking about Toyota Centuries, like the ultimate Japanese luxury car. I'm talking about Honda Beats, which is actually, the Honda Beat is a pretty cool sports car. Suzuki Cappuccino, same thing.
Not sure what exactly you're gonna do with the Toyota Land Cruiser fire truck. I guess show up at the burning building and instead of putting the fire, make fun of it? I'm not sure, but since we are at JDM cars, here's actual list of cool cars when it comes to JDM cars. We're gonna start with Pike cars, specifically 2 of them. The Nissan Figaro, that's one of the cars that I do wanna buy, and I think they look so cool. They would steal any car show for sure, the way it looks. They're so cartoonish. And then the second one that I actually own is the second Pike car. Out of 4, it is the Nissan Pao. The Nissan Pao is such a magnificent, super friendly looking car. Again, I own one within the 3K to Exotic trade-up challenge that I already mentioned, and they are extremely cool. Both of these cars you can find under $10,000 pretty easily. Obviously, they're all gonna be imported. These are all right-hand drive cars, but that's the point of it. Americans never seen these cars being produced here on American soil, and that's why they're so cool. And those cars are coming from the time when Nissan used to be cool and great and used to take a massive risk creating these retro style cars. And I absolutely adore both of these cars, and I think you should consider them. But here's some other cool JDM cars instead of buying that Toyota fire truck. How about the Toyota MR2 Spider? Those are cool cars. How about the original Lexus LS 400, the car that actually changed the world and beat Mercedes and BMW in their guts, and actually made a separate video with the LS 400. Those are really cool cars, very stately, very significant car in car history. You should go check out that video that I made separately on the LS 400. And then worth adding to this list is the 8th generation Honda Civic Si, the FA5. specifically to be precise. Those are cool. 4-door with a manual transmission. That car should be on this list. Wouldn't you agree? Also on this list should be the G35/G37 generation of Infinitis and FX45 Infiniti with the V8. I own that one. Really cool cars. I can go for a few more when it comes to cool JDM cars, but in no righteous mind, I can put Subaru Sambar or Toyota Land Cruiser fire truck on this list. Sorry, Doug. And the last one on the list that Doug DeMuro picked is very, very boring and disappointing, really. It is the surviving cars. I guess from some angle, these cars could be fun. No, there's no angle that these cars can be considered fun. 90s Toyota Camry, also 90s Ford Crown Victoria. Unless you wanna fall asleep behind the steering wheel driving these cars and die, you don't wanna drive these cars, okay? Instead, here's some cool cars, several cool cars, best cars I think, under $10,000. How about NA or NB Mazda Miata, the iconic sports car, the best-selling sports car in human history, really. I don't know how this car didn't appear on the list because this is so much fun, so much car, so much driving joy for under $10,000. It is incredible. It is a crime if you don't put this car on the list. And what I actually bought the NB Miata. Again, I already mentioned in the trade up journey that I'm doing, go check it out. The next car here would be a couple Audi cars. I personally own the Audi A7 and I think it's a great car to have under $10,000. Really stately, still looking very expensive. It still looks like a new Audi A7 generation, which they made very slight changes, and non-car people, they're gonna have a hard time differentiating those. And while we're here talking about the Audi, how about the first generation Audi S5? The convertible with the same engine as the A7 3.0 supercharged, or the coupe with the V8. These are such beautiful cars. I can't believe what the performance they have, the looks they got. It costs under $10,000. Also a crime not to put these cars on the list, all right? Then we have the first and second generation Porsche Cayenne. These are great cars, still look very stately and kind of expensive. I actually own all of them, the first and the second generation, and you can find them all day long. The first generation under $10,000, and now the second generation of Porsche Cayenne is also approaching very much so a $10,000 mark, and I think it is tremendous amount of car for $10,000 or a little less. And just to throw quickly a few more cars, Jeep Wrangler YJ or TJ generation, especially with the 4.0 or AMC engine from late 80s, which I owned with the 5-speed manual. That was an incredible car, a lot of fun. And then also the third generation 4Runner. It might be harder now to find a decent shape third generation 4Runner. Now these are becoming very collectible and with lower miles, but it's still very much possible, especially if you're able to negotiate a good deal. And another one is the most beautiful sedan, or at least one of the most beautiful sedans ever made, the E38 BMW 7 Series. Yes, reliability could be a concern, but what a car it is. The amount of attention it gets if it's a clean E38 BMW 7 Series in its factory shape. Oh my God, I happen to own one and I documented my journey of owning the E38, and you should check it out if you got some time, all right? I can continue on and on. There's so many cars for $10,000 or less. It's kind of ridiculous, and this video would probably go for hours if I did. So instead, if you want to see me in action buying these cars and flipping them on the way to the supercar, my childhood dream car, then definitely go check out the 3K2 Exotic Trade Up Challenge. Click here. I'll see you in the next one.